say you've been obsessed with building something or putting something together. You know, you don't know why all of a sudden you felt driven to build a baseball field in your yard, or you don't know why you're making mountains out of mashed potatoes. You know, it's kind of like something is happening where something is actually kind of like, I don't want to say something is channeling you, although it could be, but it's more so like you're in tune with something, you hear something, and so you're doing something on behalf of this unseen force.
Disclaimer, my readings are not for the faint of heart. Must have thick skin.
Hey you guys, it's that time. Pick a story where in one of the decks or all of the decks could be a story or a message for you. So what I like to do is to hold each deck up to the camera for you to see if it's resonating with you, starting with deck number 1. Could your story or message be here in deck number 1? Or is it in deck number 2? Could your story or message be here in deck number 2? Or could it be deck number 3? Is your story or message here in deck number 3? Alright, so I hope you have made your selection, and we'll go ahead and begin with deck number 1. You have the Emperor, the Daughter of Wands, the Nine of Wands, the Son of Wands, God of Cups, overall energy. You have the Six of Wands, the Devil, and the Moon. Okay, so overall energies definitely have like fire kind of dominating the reading. So you could be dealing with a fire sign. Now, I feel that you have been on some sort of a journey. Maybe sometimes this journey has felt lonely. Definitely could feel like you're going through some sort of dark night of the soul. Something has maybe been very emotional. I feel like someone has had to deal with, deal with the death. But there is also some kind of depression. It seems to like, even though you've been going through a lot, or you have in the past, it just seems like something very spiritual, or like a miracle, or like you have been protected as you go down this path. Definitely seems like there is something that is very karmic that you're having to go through, but it seems like at some point, you know, you are coming out of it, and maybe you're starting to feel motivated about the future. Maybe other people have been supporting you or encouraging you to continue to go or to keep pushing, and it definitely seems like you have some sort of confidence to do so. You could be headed towards some sort of independence, especially if you've been in a codependent situation. Maybe, you know, you had to go through those things for a reason. I don't feel like it's over. I just feel like it's more so you understanding more how to navigate the situation and having more confidence. But yeah, I kind of feel that you are having to take control of a situation and kind of take some sort of, well, it's more so like you're being strategic in regards to what you're going to do next. You know, you might have an attitude of, you know, just like bring it. Maybe you feel like your soul has been knocked down, but you're still willing to just like fight, you know. But definitely seems like the soul is weary and having to heal after going through like a lot of emotional turmoil. You also might feel like a leader, or like you're chosen to lead, take the lead in something. And maybe it kind of feels like, why me? Like, and for you, it might feel biblical. It could, maybe you're relating to some sort of biblical story, because you feel like, you know, the journey is so hard, and, you know, the things that you've gone through, and you just still have to keep going through adversities. Now, when it comes to a love situation, I see a couple of things going on. Definitely still feels like there was, or maybe still is currently some sort of codependent situation that you're having to really take control of. You know, maybe you're tired of giving all your power away to someone, and choosing to set boundaries. It also looks like if you were like, I want to say severely afraid of something, I feel like you have conquered that fear, whatever that was. It's like there was some sort of fear that was keeping you imprisoned. And I feel like you are like, okay, I'm no longer a prisoner of fear. And, you know, again, it just still seems like there is someone that maybe you don't initially trust coming towards you, or maybe you're still kind of like dealing with this person. Definitely could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but also could be Capricorn or a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Okay, before I go off into love, I kind of, again, just feel like something has been like a spiritual war, or maybe it's some certain things have felt like an attack on your life. And, you know, maybe you felt like you were being watched, or maybe you felt like, you know, something or somebody was after you. And, you know, whatever it is. Okay, so here's an example. This, and not saying that this is you, but it's just making me think of this. So, let's just take Jaguar Wright. I knew I was gonna mess up her name. But let's just take her for example, or any whistleblower towards Hollywood or politics. And somebody is just like, or even, you know, you want to say Orlando Bloom, but whatever the case is, that type of situation where it's like, you know what happens once you start speaking out. Like maybe, you know, people have been entrapped in fear, and it's just like, I don't want that fear to consume me. I just want to tell everything. Like, I don't care. And maybe it has been a situation where you're trying to shed light on something dark, and then because of it, you know, you're receiving threats. You know, people are calling your home, or you're getting strange text messages, and, you know, you come home and the door is open but nobody's in your home. Just like a bunch of weird, unusual scare tactics happening to get you to shut up. But it's like you're still going. And so I don't know. It feels like a situation that is like that. It really does. Someone has been trying to scare you silent, but it's like, I'm going to keep, speaking about this or standing up to the powers that be. Maybe you're not afraid of death or something. Like at first you were like, oh, I know they're gonna kill me if I say, and you're like, I don't care if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, great. So I kind of feel like you are just like taking on that power. You're just not afraid anymore. All right, now going back to a love situation, there may be someone who is like either obsessed or just like refusing to give up. Someone is very passionate, someone is very determined, and maybe this person just does not want to give up. They don't care if you've rejected them before, or if you don't necessarily know them, maybe they have been hurt in life. But I kind of feel like maybe it's a situation where I don't know, they must know you, because it's like they're not stopping. They're like, I don't care if they ignore me or shut me down or tell me no, like I'm just gonna get up and try again. So I feel like there is this really determined individual that you could be dealing with. And maybe too, this person is being driven by something inside and they don't understand why. They're just like, I don't know why I feel like I have to pursue this person or be with this person. And it could be definitely just some sort of residual past life energy. Maybe this person feels indebted to you, and that's why they just like can't leave you alone, or feel like they need to continue to protect you. That actually can go for anybody in your life that is like very protective or won't go away. It could be a protective friend or a father figure, baby's father, but somebody does seem like they are persistent with pursuing you. I kind of feel to maybe it's just the name of the card, but I am also just kind of getting that energy of like Six God. In a work situation, there could be some things going on where you feel like you are just being micromanaged. And it's like you feel like the supervisor is always watching you, or they're always calling you in to talk about something. Maybe it feels like you're being picked on. It also could be reversed. There could be someone who feels that you are doing them this way, if you are a manager or supervisor. So I'm getting that energy again of someone feeling indebted. I feel like somebody is wanting to protect you. Now, someone may have been nice to you or tried to ask you out, or, tried to engage you in conversation, but maybe you ignored this person. You may have put up some sort of boundary between you and another person, and they just kind of went back to the drawing board, and they were like, okay, they have a wall up. Let me see if I can approach them this way. And I feel like somebody is just trying to be super strategic in regards to how they approach you. Somebody is coming off as either a security guard that is always watching and like surveillance. So someone is coming off either like a security guard, or someone is coming off as spying, spying or keeping tabs. Almost kind of like somebody who reports back to someone else. It's like, okay, I went and I followed them and they went here, and you know, and then they're like reporting back on what they observed. I feel that somebody is sending someone out to spy or just keep tabs or something. I'm also getting something about messages in a phone. I don't know if someone is going through someone's messages or planting someone like a false message in someone's phone, trying to cause some sort of sabotage. This also kind of makes me think of a situation where, let's say a guy in a relationship has an arrangement with his side piece, and she knows that she's not supposed to say anything, but she intentionally leaves underwear or her glasses or something in the seat of the car or under, you know, on the car floor or something for somebody to see. Matter of fact, a truck. I'm seeing like an SUV and somebody finding something there, and the other girl being like, where did this come from? Who was in here? Like, I feel like somebody is like trying to sabotage something. So now, any situation that, you know, you are struggling to overcome, this is just kind of like confirmation that, you know, you just need to keep going or pushing yourself. Continue to be brave. There's something going on where it's kind of like you win some, you lose some. Some people will be for you and supporting you. People who truly understand you, day ones. And then there are going to be other people that just fall off. And that's okay. So I'm seeing like this mixture of having support and then having like losing support. But, you know, you're still standing your ground in regards to what you believe, or you're remaining true to yourself. You're just being independent. You are refusing to be a sheep. Yeah. So I'm thinking about like the Prince of Egypt again. Maybe someone does relate to the story of Moses. In a love situation, it just looks like what I was talking about again, like someone being put in your path, and this person having the confidence to approach you, maybe getting shot down, but they're going to get back up. Okay, I don't know if you are thinking about the person that is no longer here, because I was picking up earlier that like maybe you've experienced some sort of death, and I just kind of feel like you're thinking about that person. It also could be that that person who passed away is one of your spirit guides and someone that is always in your energy or supporting you, protecting you. You also could like have like a whole spiritual team. Yeah. You might find yourself having some lucid dreams. Someone also could be visiting you in a dream. So I also see you being very passionate in regards to something that you're working on. It might be a passion project, or maybe it's something pertaining to your job. But it seems like there is something that you're really passionate about. You also might be looking to form a group or organization, or you're putting people together. Something feels like a team, like I want this person on my team, and like hand picking people. So it also could be that you are hand-picked for something. And there also could be something that is very unexpected that takes place. You might get an unexpected invitation or job offer. I'm also seeing something about candles burning, but it kind of feels like a business venture. Yeah. All right, so that is all that I have for deck number 1. Moving on to deck number 2. You have the Two of Wands, the Queen of Wands, the Eight of Cups, the Queen of Swords, Strength, overall energy, the Tower, Ace of Swords, and Death. All right, so you could have undergone some sort of transformation, a situation that maybe changed your life forever. Maybe you lost a sense of self, and it just seems like after everything that you lost or everything that changed around you, like you have like clarity now. Something feels like the birth of clarity. And I feel like you are being enlightened. Certain information really seems to have put things into perspective for you. And I feel like you're also in the middle of like free falling. Like maybe you haven't quite landed yet. Like something's going on in your life where everything is rapidly changing around you and forcing you to go in a new direction or on a different path here. This also may have happened already where it just seemed like everything around you just like fell apart. And now you are here just trying to figure out, you know, what your next move is going to be. But at the same time, it seems like you are optimistic or you have like this vision. It's possible that you're considering going somewhere near water or where there's water, or somewhere that is distant. It just seems like distance, like you would have to cross a body of water to get there. There could be a fire sign around you, or you could be a fire sign. It also may indicate that there's two people who can who both want to be in control but who are working together or trying to work together. Now, you might end up having to let something go or walk away from something. Maybe something is no longer working out for you, or you just kind of feel like, I don't belong here, or, you know, something's going on where it seems like you're thinking about just like leaving everything behind. And it does seem like whatever is going on is beyond your control. Something is like forcing you to go on a new path or a new direction. Maybe you had a dream or a premonition about this. There could be something significant in regards to an air sign as well. There could be some sort of opportunity coming that's going to change your life, but it also kind of means like giving something up. And it's crazy because it almost looks like maybe you just started over after, you know, some sort of ending, and you started over, and as soon as you started over, it's just like, no, it just makes me think of when you think an earthquake is over and then, you know, the aftershock comes. And it's just like, no, this is not finished. Like there's more to come. So it's like you're not still settling or stable. There's still a shakeup happening. And it does look like you are needing to be prepared for whatever this is. I feel like the universe is wanting you to be strong. And this is also just kind of showing that you do have resilience. You have gone through a lot of things that has made you maybe tough as nails. And so you can handle, you know, any type of unexpected events in your life. Like, you can handle it. You're not going to go give up. You're not going to jump off a bridge. You're not going to, you know, just quit. You're going to remain strong and, you know, deal with whatever it is that's on the horizon. Seems to like something is an act of bravery. Like maybe you're doing something that is very brave. So I'm also seeing some sort of discipline or self-restraint required. Like something is going to require you to be disciplined. In regards to a relationship, seems like a relationship definitely could be falling apart, or maybe it's already been some sort of a breakup. Maybe someone got an awakening, or their eyes opened up. They had to see through some sort of an illusion and realized that they need to leave, and have been trying to muster up the strength to move on or let someone go who just isn't for them anymore. If you are single, your views on life and relationships may be completely different. But I feel like you're still choosing to hold on and wait for the right person. Like you're reserving yourself. I don't feel like you're, you know, trying to have like some sort of one night stand or fling. I feel like you're choosing to just like be strong and hold on to abstinence until the right person comes along for you. So also in a love situation, there could be someone that is thinking about coming towards you or pursuing you. It's possible that someone is thinking about you or misses you, though. I feel like somebody is suffering or going through something, and it could be, if this is like a new person, maybe, you know, the two of you are being put into each other's lives for a reason, or maybe you are sent to be strength or give this person strength, or maybe they're meant to be your strength. Either way, it seems like there's going to be a mutual exchange, or like you both have something that the other person needs, but somebody is going through losses and, you know, had been stuck in the past and trying to figure out how to overcome or to get out of some sort of hole or a rut. I kind of feel like maybe someone is realizing that there's nothing left. It's like there's nothing here. I've been rummaging through things and I don't see anything valuable. I don't see any reason for me to stay here or to keep this job or to hold on to these things. Whatever it is, I just kind of feel that someone decides that, you know, there's nothing left here for me and is deciding to go somewhere else. So especially if somebody wasn't initially thinking about moving, but now maybe feels like there's nothing in this city or this state for me. I'm leaving. Where else can I go? If you ended things with a fire sign, this person might want to come back into your life or wants to, you know, fix things, but maybe you're not wanting to. Somebody also might be trying to explain why they did what they did. I feel too like somebody maybe terminated a pregnancy and the other person didn't know it, or they're finding out late, and I feel like they really hated that because they would have wanted the child. Either you are turning your back on all the people that have let you down, or you feel like people are turning their backs on you. You might feel like it's only you. Everybody else is, you know, disappointing. Either you can't stop thinking about an air sign or they can't stop thinking about you. It seems like there has been no communication. People have been thinking about each other, but too prideful to acknowledge the other person or let the other person know. I feel like someone has been staying away from you. There hasn't been communication. Somebody has been wanting to communicate or talk, but they're holding their tongue. They're not saying anything. They're like, I can't say it, or I can't speak on it. I just feel like maybe someone's throat chakra is blocked. But it also could be, you know, genuine circumstances as to why someone hasn't spoken. Now, there also could be some storm, some literal storm on the way that's going to require your patience. So I don't know, it might take out some power lines or something. Yeah, I feel that you have overcome adversity and not to be afraid to act on something or to pursue something. In the past, something may have ended with an earth sign. Maybe you no longer trust this person, or this person no longer trusts you. Someone maybe had to heal. Someone may have had to heal after a breakup, but it's kind of like it's scarring. So I feel like there is like an emotional wound, and also because like someone's heart was so scarred or scarred so many times, it's hardened just a little bit. All right, so moving on to deck number 3. You have the Tower, the Devil, the Hermit, the Knight of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, overall energy, Page of Swords, Ace of Swords, and the King of Swords. All right, so I feel like maybe you guys have been meditating, or something about your mind, like the gears have been going. Maybe you've been brainstorming. Maybe you've been receiving a lot of clarity, a lot of information. I feel like maybe you've also been studying or researching. Seems like your mind is like really sharp and open. Now, I don't know if this has happened already, but it does seem like either something unlocks in the mind, or you like crack the code, or you figure something out. It just seems like a huge aha moment that you might have. It just hits you. You're like, oh my God, like, why didn't I figure this out or see this before? And all of a sudden, like, here is what it is, or everything suddenly makes sense. There is something that you might realize about a Capricorn, an air sign, or a water sign, maybe even a Virgo. There could be a realization of a desire that you have, or that like something's been calling to you. You're like, why didn't I realize this? Like, it kind of makes me think of like, if you build it, they will come. Like, let's just say you've been obsessed with building something or putting something together. You know, you don't know why all of a sudden you felt driven to build a baseball field in your yard, or you don't know why you're making mountains out of mashed potatoes. You know, it's kind of like something is happening where something is actually kind of like, I don't want to say something is channeling you, although it could be, but it's more so like you're in tune with something, you hear something, and so you're doing something on behalf of this unseen force. And then it's just kind of like revealed to you why you've been so obsessed with figuring something out. Something is giving you like a lot of knowledge or wisdom. It definitely seems like you are on a mountain high, somewhere far away, gaining knowledge, reflecting, meditating, being visited by, spirits and gurus or whatever. It just seems like something is happening that's very spiritual. And I see you glowing. Something also just kind of feels like levitating. Now, maybe that's more so like a dream, like you have a dream and then it feels like you drop down. I don't know if you ever had one of those dreams where it just feels like all of a sudden you drop down, like you jump, the jumping dream, when you wake up and feels like you just fell from somewhere or something. It could be that. But also, if you are into metaphysical things, telekinesis and things of that nature, you could be, doing some sort of research or trying to understand how to levitate or how to move things with your thoughts. But it does seem like something has opened up or something has been activated within you. It's possible that you are coming into someone's life to enlighten them or, awaken something within them, or they're doing that to you. Now, this is still something that will represent, karma or, being indebted to someone or something. So there's still some sort of karmic attachment to this, or, a sense of burden or heavy obligation. So in a love situation, I kind of feel like someone unusual is inviting you into their world. This person lives like either on a mountain or like far away, someplace isolated. It seems like it's literally up high, but it could be any place where there's hilly places, valleys. But it does seem like maybe this person lives up in some sort of mountain area or where there's a lot of hills. I feel like there's like maybe a lot of views as well. I do feel like this person comes from money or security. Now, the downside of this is that there is a possibility that you could get involved with someone who is already in an established relationship. Yeah, that is a possibility. Now, also speaking of like negative or like shadow stuff. So, my bad, y'all. Don't get scared. That was me. I accidentally kicked the cord out. So, yeah. So something in regards to like shadow work. That's what this is a part of. Like, this is someone who is like a mirror of your shadow side, and you might be a mirror for theirs. So they could bring out parts of you that you keep hidden, or like they're shedding light or exposing this side of you. Maybe they're helping you realize that there is something that isn't necessarily, because when you say shadow, it's like everybody always gets scared, but it doesn't have to be like that. It's just more so like a side of yourself that is dark or hidden. Let's say you are a religious person, but you like to read tarot cards, or now most people are spiritual that are into tarot, but every now and then you got religious people, and there's some religious people that's just like it's okay, or some religious people is like, well, I know it's not that good, but I'm gonna stop. And then there's some religious people that just feels like it's just outright from the devil. So it could be a situation like that where, you are just a religious person, but this person really taps into your occulty side. Like maybe you secretly like talking about, things about tarot and necromancy and just all the things that are considered to be taboo. Or maybe it's something like really sexual. Maybe, you come off as a very vanilla person, but this person is just like, oh no, like we do it outside, we do it in the blah blah, and it's just like this is that energy that's going to bring out that side of you. So yeah, I kind of feel like this is like you doing some form of shadow work. Now, I really also feel like it has a lot to do with studying or research and digging into like things that are kind of scary. Now, this also could be a situation where you're dealing with someone who is like you're in a established relationship, but maybe you or your partner is dealing with some sort of addiction or codependency. And it does seem like maybe someone has been in rehab or needs to be in rehab or has just come out of rehab. And so they're just still, let's say someone is in remission or someone is sober. It's like that energy is still within and it still maybe whispers, but it's kind of like, okay, like where I'm going to ignore that, or I'm going to channel my energy towards something else. So it could be that you're in, an established relationship, but you or your partner are dealing with some sort of addiction. Even if someone is healed, like I said, it's still just like that inner voice is still there. You also might find yourself suddenly in a relationship that is, just something taboo about it. Someone also might be afraid to share something with their family when it comes to their relationship, but maybe they're ready to reveal something to their family. There also could be something significant in regards to distant relatives. Metaphysically or something spiritual, I keep seeing something about portals or portals opening up. So I don't know if someone is like a walking portal, or if someone feels like they've gone through a portal, or just someone who really believes in metaphysical things. But something about portals is standing out. Now, it's funny too that it looks like a tree cracking open to me. And I did just come across a story about a man, although I think it's made up though. A man who said that Bigfoot, he had a conversation with Bigfoot and he knocked on a tree, or the tree opened up and he took him into this place where it was like a whole Bigfoot race or whatever. But it does make me think of maybe someone is looking into lore or believes in it. Yeah. Somebody might be heavily into lore. So I also feel that you could be coming into some sort of financial security, especially career-wise. The only thing is, like, you know, it maybe feels like you're locked into something if you want to have this security. Then that means that you are now indebted, and you know you have to follow someone else's rules and regulations if you want to have, you know, the security. Also, if you took out any type of loan, whether it's just a personal loan, credit card, or a home or a car note, this can also represent like being indebted to, you know, a company, promising to pay something or someone back. I kind of feel like somebody is going to reveal themselves to you or reveal something to you. I don't know, maybe you've been talking to someone but you guys never like FaceTimed or whatever. It seems like maybe this person is going to reveal themselves to you. Now, I also feel like a reveal might happen by accident though. Like something doesn't feel intentional. It almost just feels like someone wasn't paying attention and accidentally reveals something or reveals themselves. A lot of times too, I've seen this where you accidentally like you're just trying to quietly scroll through some pictures and then you accidentally like something. So it could be something like that. Also, when driving, make sure that you're paying attention because there could be a situation, you know, with the law. And just be careful, especially during Saturn retrograde. So again, it just looks like there is something being revealed or like the light is coming on. And like I said, there is this feeling of being guided or being pulled to do something. You might feel like someone is your soulmate. Why you feel so drawn to someone. I also see somebody becoming friends or two people bonding. You might be trying to lift someone up or help them. I just see some sort of friendship being born out of darkness. And it does again look like agreeing to something. Like you agree to something and you sign an agreement or a contract so that you can have what you need. Home, finances, car. You could get involved with a business owner. So it also looks like you might find yourself daydreaming about something. Maybe you also have like a lot of thoughts that you keep to yourself because you feel like they're out there, and that people won't really understand you. Maybe it has to do with aliens or just life in general, but it does look like every now and then you like to be alone, to fantasize. You could also be dealing with someone who is secretive or like a loner. You might have moments where you just want answers. Like maybe life just is too hard or confusing sometimes. And you like to just be alone so you can process everything and, have your philosophies about life. Now, I also feel like a secret could be coming to an end. But that still ties into what I was talking about, someone revealing themselves. You or your love interest could be very quiet and very lonely. Or quietly be dealing with depression. You also might find yourself thinking about someone who you haven't heard from in a while. And it makes you sad when you think of them. It's possible that you miss family, or you miss how your family used to be. It also just looks like maybe someone in the family is depressed. And then, like I said earlier, I see bonding, or two people maybe bonding through darkness or depression or something. Now, also in regards to family, maybe something runs in the family. Maybe you inherited something. You could also meet a love interest through family or while out shopping or doing business. Something in regards to a public place. I feel like if you're sad, you're going to find that you have a lot of support or people who want to be a part of your life and just like uplift you, or maybe you feel the need to help someone and be family to them. Yeah. All right, so yeah, hopefully these messages have helped, but feel free to leave your feedback. Thank you guys for watching. Sending you love and grace.